Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Finance Committee met on March 28th. Rob McDaniel shared a budget update and ESSER update. Finance has been working on documentation required by the government related to the federal interest in ESSER funds. Mr. McDaniel discussed the 2023-2024 budget amendment. This will come to the board for approval tonight. Dr. Fisher shared an update on pre-K budget and the need for additional funding for pre-K. There are some options that are being considered, such as private pay options. Dr. Fisher also shared an update on transportation funds and expenses. Over the past couple of years, we have raised bus driver pay and reduced the number of buses being used. However, the funding for transportation has not kept pace with the rising costs of transportation, and we expect transportation to be over budget by $1 million this year. This will have to be paid out of local funds. Mr. McDaniel and Dr. Fisher shared information that is being considered and included in creating a proposed 2024-2025 budget, which will be submitted to the county commissioners in May. Dr. Fisher shared funding on ADM history along with our budget needs and per pupil ranking. He shared that our cash flow has decreased by $2 million over the past 4 years, which has significantly impacted our budget. Mr. McDaniel shared a detailed draft of the proposed budget with special attention given to local funding. Specifically, Mr. McDaniel shared that about $3.9 million in additional funding is needed for us to break even. Dr. Fisher shared 4 contracts that are being requested for approval. The first is the annual required audit contract. The second is the Happy Vision service contract for EC services. The third is the CTE sole source contract with Paxton Patterson for summer camp, which will be funded using ESSER funds. The fourth is the VV technology, which will be funded using the safety grant funding. Ginger Jackson shared details on the uses of the VV technology and how it meets our safety needs. The committee unanimously approved and will be up for the board to vote on tonight. Communities and Schools has requested that we continue to fund them as we have in the past for their services, which included graduation coaches at high schools and programs at 2 of the middle schools. Due to our budget concerns, Dr. Fisher and staff recommended that we cut funding to Communities and Schools by 25%. The committee agreed unanimously to a 25% cut and an allocation of $125,051 for Communities and Schools next year. The recommendation is on tonight's agenda for approval. The Boys and Girls Club has requested funding from the board to increase the number of after-school programs they are offering to our students. While we greatly appreciate their service, due to our budget issues, the committee and staff felt that we were unable to provide any funding at this time. However, the district will continue to help them through in-kind assistance, such as the use of our facilities. Dr. Wampler shared a brief personnel update. The district is making significant staffing cuts for next year, as we discussed in the proposed budget. The cuts will be made through attrition. With no new business, the next Finance and Personnel Committee meeting will be Thursday, May 2nd at noon.
Thank you, Mr. Shores.